Robertson was going to nick it, and that's exactly what he's done. He's reduced his deficit to 6 frames to 4.
Oh, 48 minutes worth, and how Neil Robertson needed to win that opening frame of the session, Steve.
Massive frame.
Huge.
Yeah, it could be the turning point in the whole match. And Robert Milkins probably knew it as well. You know, look at his face at the end. He had the best of the chances, to be quite honest, and Neil Robertson looked all over the place. Fascinating frame of snooker.
Fascinating match, actually, given the history of this. Rob Milkins has won 2 matches in his 8 attempts here. One of them against Neil Robertson. He's one of only 2 players he's ever beaten here.
Yeah, it was. You can't underestimate how big a frame for Neil Robertson's World Championship that was. If he goes 7-3 behind, I fear for him. And it looks there's an air of desperation about Neil Robertson. The way he's queuing, he's not queuing smoothly. There's a little bit of movement. He's just desperate to get this match over and done with.
He will be, Steve, because for the first time in, 12 years, he missed the Masters. Obviously, he just won the Scottish Open just a couple of weeks prior to that, but it was too late, didn't go to the Masters. He's kind of making up for lost time this season.
Yeah, he's sort of out of form. You know, he's still obviously a great player. Understandably, in this match, he's been on the back foot all the time, so he's trying to be careful, he's trying to make sure. But he sometimes destroys his own rhythm. He's doing a lot of studying, like walking around the table to see where he wants the next ball. You know, snooker players, we know where we want the next ball, more or less. So I would say, if I was in his corner, just get on with it a bit more. I'm not talking about being as quick as some of the players. Just play with a bit more flow.
I also think that Robert Milkins, Steve was right, the question you asked John Power. Robert Milkins, the top players would regard him as a good draw. He's very streaky. On his day, you could destroy. He's very dangerous when he gets going. But I think Neil Robertson's maybe in the back of his mind, he quite fancied the draw, and now he's behind, and now it's frustrating him a little bit.
I'm not surprised, because Rob's currently, 37 in the world, but he's a top 16 player. He's up to 13 in the world.
You get tons of chances against him, and that's why he's a good draw for the top players.
But he's underrated because he's very, very talented.
Very talented.
And you say he's very streaky. He can knock balls in all over the place and get on a roll. So, yeah, it's not over and done with yet. Even though he's in front, people are probably saying, oh, Neil Robertson's going to come back a bit like Ronnie did from 6-3 behind. Not guaranteed.
No, he's the sort of player that when like you would think normally a player would feel pressure, he doesn't. He's completely unorthodox in everything he does.
And by contrast, there's plenty of pressure on Neil Robertson here, isn't there? Would you say?
Well, there certainly was in the first session, probably looking over his shoulder a bit too much, and Robert Milkins had less pressure on him. Obviously, more eyes on Robert Milkins now. But, you know, if it's a fair fight and it's roughly close towards the end, if Neil Robertson leaves his charge too late, then Robert Milkins can certainly get over the line.
Okay, well, the difference is 2 frames, and we are back into the arena for the next. Here we go, frame 11.